There is a kind of pain that does not announce itself. It does not arrive with sirens. It does not arrive with warnings. It slips into your life quietly, wrapped in familiarity, disguised as love. And because it comes from the people you have known your entire life, you convince yourself it is normal. You tell yourself, this is just how they are. You make excuses. You adapt. You shrink. But here is what nobody tells you. Tolerating toxic behavior from family does not make you loyal. It makes you a prisoner inside your own life.
Welcome to True Stoic Journal, the path to inner control.
You have been taught since childhood that family is everything. That blood is thicker than water. That no matter what happens, you stand by your people. And those lessons are beautiful, when the love is real, and the respect is mutual. But when those same lessons are used to justify harm, they become chains. They keep you tethered to relationships that drains you, diminish you, and slowly erode your sense of self. The truth is, some of the people closest to you may never understand the damage they cause. They may never apologize. They may never change. And waiting for them to see what they have done is like waiting for a storm to apologize for the rain. It will not happen. The question is not whether they will change. The question is whether you will finally choose yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That strength begins the moment you stop letting other people's dysfunction dictate your emotional reality. Here are 7 toxic behaviors you should never tolerate. Not from friends. Not from partners. And not even from family. The first behavior is emotional manipulation. Control disguised as care. It is when someone twists your feelings, weaponizes your empathy, and makes you question your own reality. They do not ask for what they want. They make you feel guilty until you give it to them. This is the person who says, "After everything I have done for you, this is how you treat me," the moment you set a boundary. Manipulation works because you care. It preys on your kindness. And over time, it trains you to prioritize their comfort over your own truth. Epictetus taught that no one can control you without your consent. But manipulation does not ask for consent. It sneaks past your defenses. If someone consistently uses your emotions against you, that is not love. That is control. The second behavior is chronic disrespect. Sometimes it whispers instead of shouting. It shows up in the little dismissals, the cutting jokes, the eye roll when you share something important. And when you finally say something, they tell you that you are overreacting. Seneca said that associating with people who do not uplift you is a silent form of self-destruction. Disrespect is emotional erosion. It wears you down so slowly, you do not notice until you are standing in a crater, wondering how you got there. You deserve to be treated with respect. Not occasionally. Always. The third behavior is boundary violation. Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines. But some people see them as challenges to overcome, especially when they believe family does not need permission. When you say no, they act wounded. They make your boundary about their feelings, instead of your needs. The Stoics understood that you cannot control other people's actions. But you can control what you allow into your life. You have the power to say, "This far, and no further." The fourth behavior is guilt-tripping. Guilt is a powerful weapon, and in the hands of someone who knows you well, it is devastatingly effective. This is the parent who sighs and says, "I guess I will just spend the holiday alone." Love is not supposed to feel like debt. Relationships are not transactions. You are not obligated to sacrifice your peace just because someone shares your DNA. Marcus Aurelius wrote about acting with virtue, not out of guilt or fear of judgment. Obligation rooted in manipulation is not virtue. It is coercion. The fifth behavior is emotional neglect. It is the absence of something essential. It is being physically present, but emotionally absent. It is the family member who never asks how you are doing, who forgets your struggles, but expects you to show up for theirs. You cannot make someone care. And waiting for them to finally notice your worth is a form of self-abandonment. You are not asking for too much when you ask to be seen. The sixth behavior is intimidation and control. Sometimes it is the tone. Sometimes it is the look. The raised voice that shuts down conversation. The cold silence that punishes you for speaking up. Epictetus, who was once a slave, wrote extensively about the one thing no one can take from you, your mind. But intimidation tries to take even that. You are not obligated to stay in any relationship where you feel afraid. Fear is not love. Control is not care. The seventh and final behavior is conditional love. It says, I will love you, but only if. Only if you agree with me. Only if you become who I want you to be. This is love with strings attached, and those strings tighten every time you try to be yourself. Real love does not have conditions. It does not withdraw when you make mistakes. Real love says, I see you as you are, and that is enough. Anything less than that is not love. It is a transaction. Now you see it. The fog has lifted. You have recognized the patterns. And if you are feeling heavy right now, that is okay. Awareness is uncomfortable. It forces you to confront truths you may have been avoiding for years. But discomfort is not your enemy. It is the first step toward freedom. Recognizing toxicity is only half the battle. The other half is deciding what you are going to do about it. Let me be clear. Protecting your peace is not overreacting. Setting boundaries is not cruelty. Choosing yourself is not betrayal. The Stoics had a concept called the inner citadel. Your mind, your inner world, is a fortress, and you are the guardian of that fortress. You decide who gets in. You decide what stays out. No one, no matter how close they are, has the automatic right to breach your walls and wreak havoc on your peace. Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. You cannot control how your family behaves. But you can control how much access they have to your life. And here is the part no one tells you. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is distance. Not out of hate. Not out of revenge. Out of preservation. Out of a deep, sacred commitment to your own well-being. Because you matter. Your mental health matters. Your peace matters. Sacrificing those things to maintain a relationship that is slowly destroying you is not noble. It is self-abandonment. Boundaries do not mean you stop loving someone. They mean you start loving yourself enough to say, I will not accept this treatment anymore. Will it be easy? No. Will people understand? Probably not. Will you feel guilty at first? Almost certainly. But guilt is not proof that you are wrong. Guilt is often just the residue of old conditioning, old beliefs that told you your needs do not matter as much as everyone else's. Unlearning that takes time. It takes courage. It takes practice. Start small. Set one boundary. Say no to one request. Walk away from one conversation that drains you. Notice how it feels. Notice the resistance, both from within and from others. And keep going. Because every boundary you set, every time you choose your peace over their comfort, you are reclaiming a piece of yourself. You are building that inner citadel stronger. Seneca wrote, associating with people who do not uplift you is a silent form of self-destruction. You do not have to destroy yourself to prove your love. You do not have to light yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. And you do not have to tolerate toxic behavior just because the person displaying it is family. You are allowed to protect yourself. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to choose peace, even when it is lonely, even when it is hard, even when no one else understands. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Some people have proven through their actions that they cannot be trusted with your heart. And recognizing that is not cold. It is clarity. It is wisdom. It is self-respect. So here is your final reflection. Who are you protecting by staying silent? Who benefits from your tolerance of behavior that hurts you? Is it them? Or is it the version of you that is too afraid to believe you deserve better? You deserve better. You always have. And the moment you truly believe that, everything changes. If this reached something inside you today, share it with someone who is still shrinking for people who will not grow. Like this video, because this kind of clarity deserves to reach further than it will without your help. And subscribe to True Stoic Journal, because what comes next goes even deeper into building the inner fortress that protects your peace, and it will be waiting in your feed very soon. Remember this, you do not owe anyone access to your heart simply because they share your blood. Real strength is not staying silent forever. Real strength is finally choosing yourself, even when it costs you comfort, even when it costs you approval, even when it costs you people who were never truly protecting you at all.